What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? We here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Make sure you guys tap into the live. Let me know where y'all are coming in from. And we about to get into this topic. You heard? Make sure y'all tap in. Let me know where y'all are coming in from. We got a crazy video, story, audio, whatever you want to call it for you guys here. So make sure you guys tap into the live. And then we're going to get into it here. Let me pull up the video that I saw. Make sure y'all let me know where y'all are coming in from. I'm seeing people. I'm not seeing no comments. What's going on, YouTube? Come on, YouTube. Let's get it going. I shared the live a little bit late on IG, but we're going to get it going in the next, let me say, minute and a half. Trinidad in the building. Illinois in the building. Shout out to Demarion in the building. What up? Let's give it another minute. Shout out to YO. Shout out to YO, man. Shout out to Yonkers. That's crazy. I used to live in Yonkers, man. Shout out to Yonkers. What's good? What's good? What's good? Let's give it another minute. And we're going to get into this live here. Let me just make sure I posted this on my IG. Okay, I just did. People are seeing it now. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I'm going to give you the shout. I'm going to give you the shout out. Don't worry. Shout out to the B-Baller Show. Welcome into him. Oh, don't worry. We're going to give you your shout out, brother. Welcome in, man. Let's give it another 30 seconds or so, and we're going to get into the live. And then people will catch up. We haven't been going live as much, so we got to get people back used to us going live. Shout out to Phoenix, Arizona. Let's give it another 30 seconds. Let's allow some more people to come into the door. And then we're going to get it going. VA, Virginia Beach, Washington State, I see you. Welcome in. Hope we find that clip when LeBron was hating on Kobe, saying something about rings when he didn't have one at the time. I don't remember that one. He said the truth never sleeps. Let's give it 10 more seconds, and we're going to get into this story here. Chicago in the building. Welcome in. I think that's Ricardo I see. Let's give it 5 more seconds, and we're going to get into this one. Okay, guys, so let's get into this live here. Let's get into this live. So I want to give a big shout-out to my man, The Basketball Show, because he's the one that sent me this clip. I had no idea that this clip existed. So as you guys know, this is obviously LeBron's last year as a Laker. The Lakers decided to not give him a contract extension. And a lot of Laker fans are excited about the prospects of him moving on and the team just kind of going towards a different future surrounding Luka and whoever else the team is going to get in the future. So we have that going on there. And with that, it makes me think about when LeBron first got to the Lakers. And when LeBron first got to the Lakers, there was a little bit of turmoil. And a lot of Laker fans were not happy that LeBron was joining the team. They viewed him as the enemy. So what ended up happening was Kobe and some of the Lakers, known voices like Jeannie Buss at the time had to kind of step in and say, hey, no, LeBron is a Laker now. I remember Kobe going out there and saying that a lot. He's a Laker now. He's a Laker now. And then LA started to accept him. So the Basketball Show, shout out to him. He sent me this clip on Instagram of a show that he did. And I suggest you guys go subscribe to this channel and watch it. And he essentially pulled up a clip here. And it goes, let me just make sure there's no ad playing. It says, rare Kobe Bryant clip. LeBron wanted no part of the post, right? And I'm going to play the clip for y'all. So let me go to the sound of where he talks about it. And funny enough, this is not a clip I don't believe I've ever heard. So I assume this was right after they got LeBron to the Lakers and they were interviewing Kobe. So let me just play the sound for you guys, and I want you guys to listen to it, and then we're going to react to it. Take a listen to this here.
I'll be right back. You say the Lakers are family. How close to the family are you right now?
Oh, extremely. I always will be. I mean, I always said, if you cut this arm open, man, I bleed purple and gold. That's never going to change.
Okay, how close are you to the newest member of the Laker family?
Well, he's part of the Laker family.
All right.
So When he first came on board, I said, listen, is there anything you need? You are now family now. You're part of this tradition. So if there's anything you need, just let me know.
Has he needed anything?
No, I think he's fine.
All right. You write in the book about LeBron James, the main thing the two of you discussed is what constitutes a killer mentality. What was your message to him?
Well, the message is always to go out there and dominate. Right? There's no let up. Once the game starts and once the practice begins, you're in that mode. Everything's a game 7. And when you approach every practice and every game with that kind of mentality, it bleeds into the rest of the guys. And then the rest of the unit has that same approach and that same intensity, but it starts at the top.
Ah, damn, these damn ads, bro. 1 second.
Also said when it came to contact, you enjoyed hitting and getting hit more than LeBron, and that impacted your head-to-head matchups. How so?
Well, I love posting up. I love the physicality of it, where, he liked playing on the perimeter more, which is interesting because he's 6'10", and
right,
280, but he liked being on the perimeter. I like being down low, and I like banging. So when I get down to the post and I would post him up, I'd love to put my shoulder into his chest. I love to feel it, spin off of him and kind of work that way. As he kind of grew older, you start seeing him going to post up more and bang a little bit more. But when he first came into the league, man, he's just like dancing around on the perimeter.
So you heard the clip. Once again, shout out to the basketball show because he sent me this clip. Somebody saying it's old news, it's new news to me. I never heard this. Maybe it's old news to you, but it's new news to me. I never heard this. Shout out to Derek in Atlanta. I never heard this news before. Hey guys, let's try to get these likes up to 100 likes. I'd appreciate that. So I'm gonna play this sound again for the new people coming in. But once again, guys, we're reacting to some sound of Kobe Bryant basically describing what it was like playing against LeBron James and essentially calling him soft. Okay. He's saying the dude is soft. Now, I have a lot of things that I want to say about this. First of all, they talk about how LeBron would have dominated in the 80s and the 90s with the physicality because they look at his stature. The guy is 6'9". He's 250, whatever pounds he is. He's fast. He's strong. And he plays bully ball, so one would surmise that, okay, you put this guy in an era like this, given his physical attributes, he should be able to excel at a very high level. Yes, if you think about that from a normal thinking person would think that, but there's a problem. Physicality is born out of a person's mindset. Allen Iverson is more of a physical basketball player than LeBron James. Not in terms of his physicality, but he had more heart. Allen Iverson actually wasn't afraid of contact. And AI, if you look at Allen Iverson at 6'1", whatever he was, and you look at LeBron James, every time AI went to the cup, he would get knocked down almost every time. And do you know what Allen Iverson would do? He would stand up, shake it off, fix his headband, and go right to the free throw line. That's AI. LeBron, on the other hand, if you even touch him or sneeze on him, he's falling on the floor. He's screaming for refs. He's grabbing his face like as if somebody hit him. And he's looking for somebody to bail him out. So if you put a player with that mindset in the 80s and the 90s, yes, he has the physical skill attributes to be able to be a physical player. The question is, does he have the mentality? A lot of physicality just has to do with your willingness to take hits. For example, an extremely physical player that's not as big as LeBron James is Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony plays with a lot of physicality. Another guy, Ron Artest. These are guys that don't mind banging bodies. But in the case of a LeBron, well, we watch him every day. LeBron effectively plays in the weakest era in NBA history, and he's one of the biggest floppers in the game at 6'9". It's almost shameful to the point where Pat McAfee even asked him about it when he went on the Pat McAfee show. He said, "Why are you always flopping?" That's what Pat McAfee said to him. We're going to play the sound again for you guys coming in. Let me just finish off my point here, and we'll play it for you guys again. So you got that aspect of it. The second part about it, where Kobe talked about LeBron wasn't willing to go in the post and get dirty and all of that. Well, Kobe, I got to say this. Beyond the fact that LeBron didn't like physicality, LeBron didn't have a post game to talk about. He didn't have a post game. Kobe was right. LeBron's a flopping candy ass. Yo, you just took me back to my wrestling days. Who used to say that? Was it Stone Cold? Was it Stone Cold Steve Austin? No. I was The Rock, right? It was The Rock that used to say something, you candy ass. Who used to say that? The Rock. It was The Rock. Yo, y'all just took me back to my wrestling days, man. It was The Rock. Something with your candy ass. I remember that, bro. Shout out to all of the wrestling fans back in the day, man. The Rock, he used to say that. Yo, this dude is funny. He said the pebble now. Yo, I don't know what happened to The Rock, man. I saw The Rock on TikTok the other day, and I literally thought it was AI. I'm like, this can't be The Rock. And then I went to his actual profile on TikTok. I'm like, anyway, that's a whole different story there. So we got to talk about LeBron's post game. Well, LeBron doesn't really have a post game to speak of. He doesn't. He's kind of like clumsy. He doesn't really have good footwork. He doesn't really have counters. If he tries to get into a move and a defender cuts him off, he's going to try to make a pass and it looks awkward. So he doesn't really have a post game. So the reason LeBron wasn't going into post, because besides the fact he was so big, he didn't have a post game. He just didn't. So when you don't have the mentality to seek physicality, when you don't have the post game to go with it, then this is what you get. And I got to ask this for the LeBron fans watching. I saw somebody in the comment section ask me, why do you talk about LeBron? I think we have some LeBron fans in the comment section. If LeBron is the GOAT in your minds, and he is the GOAT, can a player be considered the GOAT with glaring weaknesses in their game? This is for LeBron fans. Can a player be considered the GOAT of basketball or of a sport, and the guy has major deficiencies in his game? Can he still be considered the GOAT? And if he is the GOAT based on what? LeBron is not a polished offensive player. He's not a polished post player. So Kobe saying that LeBron was afraid of the physicality, I think, spoke to his mentality. And it also spoke to his ability level. And what's crazy is that you got a guy that's 6'6" in Kobe Bryant playing physical with a guy in LeBron James. But the fact that Kobe even feels comfortable to do so is crazy to me, which goes to show you how much he thought about him. So let me play this clip again here of Kobe Bryant discussing LeBron James. Let me play it for y'all again.
I always said, if you cut this arm open, man, I bleed purple and gold. That's never going to change.
Okay, how close are you to the newest member of the Laker family?
Well, he's part of the Laker family.
All right.
So when he first came on board, I said, listen, is there anything you need? You are now family now. You're part of this tradition. So if there's anything you need, just let me know.
Has he needed anything?
No, I think he's fine.
All right. You write in the book about LeBron James, the main thing the two of you discussed is what constitutes a killer mentality. What was your message to him?
Well, the message is always to go out there and dominate. Right? There's no let up. Once the game starts and once the practice begins, you're in that mode. Everything's a game 7. And when you approach every practice and every game with that kind of mentality, it bleeds into the rest of the guys. And then the rest of the unit has that same approach and that same intensity, but it starts at the top.
All right. You also said when it came to contact, you enjoyed hitting and getting hit more than LeBron, and that impacted your head-to-head matchups. How so?
Well, I love posting up. I love the physicality of it, where, he liked playing on the perimeter more, which is interesting because he's 6'10", and
right,
280, but he liked being on the perimeter. I like being down low, and I like banging. So when I get down to the post and I would post him up, I'd love to put my shoulder into his chest. I love to feel it, spin off of him and kind of work that way. As he kind of grew older, you start seeing him going to post up more and bang a little bit more. But when he first came into the league, man, he's just like dancing around on the perimeter.
So you saw.
So shout out to the basketball show for sending me this clip. He's the one that put me on game. So you hear Kobe Bryant there, essentially saying that when LeBron first got into the league, he didn't like physical play, and it would make him uncomfortable. And to me, I think what Kobe's talking about is the fact that the guy didn't like physicality. He played soft. And the reason I say LeBron plays soft is because he's always flopping. Like it's such a cringe aspect of his game because most of the time LeBron is flopping, he's not even hurt. And then when you look at players like Allen Iverson, who LeBron seems to be twice his size almost, AI would just play with a lot of heart and he would take the physicality and keep playing. So when people say if you airdrop this guy into the 80s and the 90s, he would do fantastically well, I'm not 100% sure. Because to play in the 80s and the 90s, you needed a certain mindset, number one. Number two, you're playing with grown-ass men. You know, those guys that played in the 80s and the 90s, people talking about them on the sideline didn't hurt their feelings. Let me repeat that once more. You couldn't break those guys by saying crazy things to them on the sideline. They played through it. It was part of the game. You are a gladiator walking into the arena. What do you expect people to be blowing you kisses? Are you even serious? And how can it be that all of the cheers and applause that you get, 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 or 20 people out of thousands of people, can cause you to have a mental collapse to the point where you're calling for the referees to get people out the game? Are you even joking? So this crop of players, they can't even handle some profane comments from fans, are supposed to be able to play in the league where guys will cuss you and your mama out and slap you across the face or knock you down in the middle of the air, and the game keeps going on, but you're going to play in that era. Man, knock it off, man. Just knock it off. Let me read some of these comments here. One person said, LeBron's new shoe is ugly and clunky as his game. Appreciate the super chat. Oh, we got Too Raw for TV in the building. Shout out to him. He said, contrast that to the Lacan shames of today who claim that he'd relish going against. Man, knock that off. LeBron James would relish going against the bad boy Pistons. Are you even serious? Did LeBron not dunk on Tim Duncan in 2007? What that mean? What that mean, bro? Have you ever seen Tim Duncan or Kobe or any of these guys laying on the floor playing peekaboo? Are you even serious? Playing peekaboo. Somebody that's damn near 7 feet tall, 6'9", whatever, playing peekaboo. You're not even embarrassed? Peekaboo. 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 Are you serious? And to me, this sound from Kobe explains everything of what Kobe thought about LeBron. I think Kobe used to say some of the most disrespectful stuff to LeBron when they played on the court. Because I think what Kobe did was he saw this guy, he sized him up, and he just looked right through him. Go back and look at that All-Star game. Have you ever seen a player on LeBron's level, a top-tier player, ever talk to LeBron the way Kobe did? Consistent. Have you ever seen it? Who did it? Who? Kobe was verbally abusing him. He was talking to him like he was just some guy on the court. And that's also part of the game. That's also part of the game. Can you get in your opponent's mind? It's also part of the game. There's a mental aspect to all of this. Hell, there's a mental aspect to life in general. That's why I think Mark Jackson said, if you want LeBron James to be like a great player, whatever it is, you can pick him. But if I have Kobe Bryant's mentality, I'll be successful in life, period. Mark Jackson is like, if you give me Kobe's mentality, I'll be successful at anything I do. Forget about playing basketball. If you give me that guy's mentality. Hey, guys, I want to play the clip again of Kobe Bryant basically calling this dude soft. and he was afraid to play physical basketball. We getting this from the basketball show. Let me play for y'all again.
Oh, extremely. I always will be. I mean, I always said my if you cut this arm open, man, I bleed purple and gold. That's never going to change.
Okay, how close are you to the newest member of the Laker family?
Well, he's part of the Laker family.
All right.
Right. So, when he first came on board, I said, "Listen, is there anything you need?"
God damn, bro. One second.
You are now family now. You're part of this tradition. So, if there's anything you need, just let me know.
Has he needed anything?
No, I think he's fine.
All right. You write in the book about LeBron James, the main thing the two of you discussed is what constitutes a killer mentality. What was your message to him?
Well, the message is always to go out there and dominate. Right? There's no let up. Once the game starts and once the practice begins, you're in that mode. Everything's a game 7. And when you approach every practice and every game with that kind of mentality, it bleeds into the rest of the guys. And then the rest of the unit has that same approach and that same intensity, but it starts at the top.
All right. You also said when it came to contact, you enjoyed hitting and getting hit more than LeBron, and that impacted your head-to-head matchups. How so?
Well, I love posting up. I love the physicality of it, where, he liked playing on the perimeter more, which is interesting because he's 6'10", and
right,
280, but he liked being on the perimeter. I like being down low, and I like banging. So when I get down to the post and I would post him up, I'd love to put my shoulder into his chest. I love to feel it, spin off of him and kind of work that way. As he kind of grew older, you start seeing him going to post up more and bang a little bit more. But when he first came into the league, man, he's just like dancing around on the perimeter.
So you heard what Kobe had to say. Now, if Kobe said this in 2025, Kobe would be called a hater. They would run out there with their pitchforks, calling Kobe Bryant a hater, which also makes me think about a very key distinction between Kobe and LeBron. LeBron is a much more sensitive person, to the point where, he has people fighting on his behalf on the internet. Any wrong move you make, he himself will be on the internet crying about it. Kobe, they were saying all kind of things about him until after he retired. Kobe ain't this, Kobe ain't that, Kobe ain't that. Kobe never responded to it. He didn't let what people were saying about him bother him once he retired. He did none of that. Kobe wouldn't let these guys' words mess up his day. He wouldn't be putting out tweets, cryptic tweets about what these guys were saying about him that would affect his, they said this about me. Kobe Bryant was a grown-ass man that wasn't Kobe didn't get affected by these things the way LeBron does. It's the reason why when he won the championship in 2020, he said, I want my respect. Well, who do you want your respect from? Who is making you feel like you don't have this respect? For you to go out there and in a moment of celebration, you're talking about, I want my respect. And it also lets me know that people don't respect you. That's what it also said. He told on himself in that moment. The B-Baller Show said that's why LeBron had no relationship with MJ and Kobe, and as he was not on their level. They really didn't want anything to do with him. Well, first of all, I appreciate the super chat. If you look at the guy Michael Jordan, MJ, I don't know him, doesn't strike me as somebody that can rock out with somebody like a LeBron. The personality profiles don't seem to match up. MJ and Kobe, yeah. But MJ and LeBron, I don't think it matches up. And I think that maybe LeBron holds that against, I think a part of him resents that. I think a part of him resents the relationship that MJ had with Kobe that he doesn't have. Because MJ kind of accepted Kobe with open arms, although Kobe had to kind of keep prying. But LeBron never got that. Even to the point when he went on the Pat McAfee show and said, I hope that one day we'll have the relationship. Well, the guy's 60-something years old. When are y'all going to have the relationship? When he's in his 80s? If y'all don't have it now, when y'all supposed to be having it? When y'all supposed to be having it? Now, he tried to kind of console himself and say, the reason MJ might not want to be associated with me is because, I'm still playing. And every time he hears his name, it's all nonsense. LeBron built himself a universe where people basically kiss his butt. It's not actually reality outside. He created this ecosystem where you have all of these people in media twerking it up all day long, saying you're great, you're great, you're great. These publications saying this and this and this and this. So in his mind, he actually believes what he's saying. He got these people to say he's great. That's essentially what happened. The fans weren't going to give it up like that, so he had to go out there and get people in media to kind of create this false respect for him. He had to generate it. That's why you see so many guys connected to his network or whatever it is, all saying how great he is. They didn't say it organically. So him talking about, the reason MJ is not maybe trying to rock out with me is because, every time he hears my name, he hear his. I don't think so at all. I think MJ doesn't even think about LeBron at all. Every time I see Michael Jordan, he's hopping off of a new 300-foot yacht. I sincerely doubt he's thinking about LeBron. Knowing LeBron, he's going to have to he's going to have that relationship with Mike when he's old and senile. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. If MJ doesn't bro, Michael Jordan's closest friend, one of his closest friends is Charles Oakley. They're trying to pattern everything about that dude. They're even trying to have look-alike friends. Draymond Green is supposed to be LeBron's Charles Oakley. They're trying to copy everything about this dude. Oh, now I play golf. Bro, really? Everything MJ does, they try to do. LeBron fans talk about, we're obsessed with LeBron. The obsession that LeBron has with Jordan needs to be studied. The obsession that he has with Michael Jordan needs to be studied. It needs to be studied. These guys are obsessed with him. Obsessed with him. And what you're going to have now is that when Michael Jordan comes back, I think I forgot what platform he's coming back to, what network he's coming back to. These guys are going to work double overtime. But I think what's going to end up happening is some people in media are going to get their reputations destroyed along the way. Because somebody is going to try to jump out the window and say, Michael Jordan doesn't know what he's talking about. And the moment you say that, you lose all credibility. So which one of these twerking ass Lebozos out there is going to be the one to jump out the window and say, Michael Jordan doesn't know, and we supposed to be taking, is it going to be Nick Wright? Is it going to be Nick Wright? Who's going to do it? Is it going to be Shannon Sharp? We supposed to be taking these dudes more seriously over Jordan? Who going to do it? Trust me, the last thing that they wanted was to see Michael Jordan come back. The last thing. They couldn't even convince Jordan to do it. It took them so many years to convince him to even come out and do this. LeBron is like, I'll do it. I want to talk. I want to talk. Why? Because he wants to go out there and rewrite his legacy. They sat up here and talked about, the way sports media is now, there's no storytelling. This is what JJ Redick, ignorant ass, was talking about. There's no storytelling. There's no storytelling. And we're going to come back and give you the X's and O's, and we're going to give you all of the basketball jargon, and we're going to show you what this means and that means. And that shit lasted about a month. 2 maybe. After a month or 2, guess what? Time to start playing the narratives. Turns out Mind the Game is trying to game the mind. Shout out to Ticket TV. It went from Mind the Game to Gaming the Mind. They went from trying to educate you about basketball to just now rewriting history and just making up crazy stuff. Like when Kevin Durant went on there and said, some people like to play for 22 years straight, while other people, they quit. That's what Mind the Game degenerated into, which was what it always wanted to be from the beginning. They came in trying to condescend. Oh, these people, they don't really know how to talk about basketball. We're going to teach you the X's and O. It lasted about a month or two. All it's been since then is a bunch of revisionist history. Oh, when I was in 2000, now the new one LeBron said was this. In 2011, actually, what that meant was we showed a lot of sacrifice. That's what he calls tucking his tail and running from Cleveland. He tried to now say that, oh, that showed that we were willing to be less selfish. What? Bro, we already know the story. LeBron be lying like it's a sport. He be lying like as if somebody's squeezing him. You didn't leave because you wanted it to be less. D. Wade already said why you left. Had nothing to do with, oh, I want to take on a lesser role and be less selfish. No, D. Wade said it right next to Pau Gasol. I watched Kobe win his 5th ring, and I'm sitting on 0. I'll be on 1. LeBron is sitting on nothing. I'm like, you sure you don't want to do this now? That's what it was about. Because y'all were getting left behind. Now all of a sudden, well, it's about sacrifice. What? Anything LeBron can do, he trash. One-on-one basketball is not basketball. It's not real basketball. Then we find out you used to get beat by Kyrie Irving and Michael Beasley. God forbid. Michael Beasley beating Michael Jordan in a one-on-one game. Then hell froze over. It's appropriate to compare Bron to Drake, meaning the way both negatively impacted their respective careers. Well, I don't know too much about Drake and what he did in his line of work in terms of the impact, but I do understand LeBron. But anyway, appreciate the super chat and the comment. So that's what Mind the Game turned into. Just a bunch of revisionist history. And this is what LeBron is going to do into his retirement. This guy is going to spend the next 10, 15 years trying to rewrite his own legacy. What he did on the court wasn't enough. He has to now try to convince you. He couldn't convince you with his resume, so now he's going to try to convince you with his podcast. That's all he's doing. Mind the Game is just it's just a bunch of revisionist history. The same thing like his new Nike commercial, which, by the way, he is getting destroyed for. They got a dude on the internet who would be decent. He would be halfway decent if he wasn't so annoying. And he didn't have such an annoying face. And he didn't have such an annoying voice. Machiavelli, whatever his name is, Mills or whatever the hell his name is. He over there doing a live talking about, why are people hating on LeBron's Nike commercial? I mean, I don't get it. Why don't they like it? It's like, bro, son was lying. I'm want to know what you like about it. What do you even like about it? That commercial would have been fire if he actually just said what he did in his career. Full stop. I took the crown and I never let go. First of all, who did you take it from? Who did you take it from? Who? Who did he take it from? Who? And you never let it go. Son, you 4-6 in the finals. What are you talking about? Every rival and idol was defeat. What? The way this dude is talking, you would have thought he 8-0 in the finals. You would have thought he's 8-0 in the finals. Every rival that came was defeated. Why you ain't defeat Nikola Jokic? He's a rival. Why you ain't defeat him? Why you ain't defeat Nikola Jokic? He's a rival. Go defeat him. Every challenger that came. Why you ain't defeat Dwight Howard? You said every challenger that came was slain. Why didn't you defeat Dwight Howard? Why you ain't defeat Dirk? Since everybody was defeated. What are we talking about? Curry got a better record against you in the finals, bro. Curry. So the commercial would have been fire if he just kept it a stack, but he can't do that. He has to lie and make stuff up. And then when people call it out, his twerking ass fans will run up on you and start asking you dumbass questions. Oh man, why you don't like what LeBron said? Why you don't like it? They just bought into the lie. Anything LeBron do, they love it. Let me play the sound for y'all that just coming into the live. Shout out to everybody in the chat. So this is the audio of Kobe essentially calling this dude soft. Let me play it for y'all. I'm so sick of these ads. Just a second, y'all. Just 1 second. All right, let me play for y'all.
Extremely. I always will be. I always said,
Oh, my Lord.
You cut this arm open, man. I bleed purple and gold.
Yo, what is this?
That's never going to change.
Okay, how close are you to the newest member of the Lakers?
Is this a joke?
Part of the Laker family.
All right.
So when he first came on board, I said, listen, if there's anything you need, you are now family now. You're part of this tradition. So if there's anything you need, just let me know.
Has he needed anything?
No, I think he's fine.
All right. You write in the book about LeBron James, the main thing the two of you discussed is what constitutes a killer mentality. What was your message to him?
Well, the message is always to go out there and dominate. Right? There's no let up. Once the game starts and once the practice begins, you're in that mode. Everything's a game 7. And when you approach every practice and every game with that kind of mentality, it bleeds into the rest of the guys. And then the rest of the unit has that same approach and that same intensity, but it starts at the top.
All right. You also said when it came to contact, you enjoyed hitting and getting hit more than LeBron, and that impacted your head-to-head matchups. How so?
Well, I love posting up. I love the physicality of it, where, he liked playing on the perimeter more, which is interesting because he's 6'10", and
right,
280, but he liked being on the perimeter. I like being down low, and I like banging. So when I get down to the post and I would post him up, I'd love to put my shoulder into his chest. I love to feel it, spin off of him and kind of work that way. As he kind of grew older, you start seeing him going to post up more and bang a little bit more. But when he first came into the league, man, he's just like dancing around on the perimeter.
So you saw.
So you heard what the guy said. The guy was running from physicality. Running from physicality. And I'm like, the reason he's running from it is because of his mentality and his lack of a post game. That's what I believe. Now, Kobe Bryant's not going to say that because Kobe would have been diplomatic about things, but that's exactly what he's talking about. The guy, so when people talk about LeBron playing in the 80s and the 90s, bro, knock it off. He's not playing in the 80s and the 90s, bro. The guy is crying about playing against like mediocre defense today, but he gonna play against the Detroit. LeBron James is gonna play against the Detroit Pistons. LeBron James is gonna play against the bad boy Pistons, and you're telling me he's not gonna cry? You're telling me that he's not gonna cry in one of those games? He gonna play in that against that era. But meanwhile, we're pulling up footage of him playing peekaboo in 2024. If it's old news, don't watch. If it's old news, don't watch. Stop typing this in the comments. It's old news. I saw it already. Then why are you here? If it's old news, don't watch. This is that's like they king. They don't like what you're saying, so they're gonna be passive aggressive. What he really wants to say is, can you stop talking about my man LeBron? But since he can't say that, he's going to say it's old news. They following the leader. If you're a real Kobe fan and some people didn't hear this news, then why you keep repeating it? I didn't know about it. It's maybe old news to you. LeBron boyfriends in the chat, your man ain't better than Kobe. Somebody said you lying, LeBron, the true king of Burger King. He would low manage for 2 years if he plays the bad boy. He's not playing in that era, man. He's not playing in that era. These guys get fans thrown out of games today for what they say about them. A fan touched LeBron, he about to lose his mind. Why did you touch me? It's like, that dude is going to play in the 80s and 90s. That dude, that if somebody touches him, it breaks his whole concentration. That dude, you going to put him in the 90s? In the 80s? You better knock it off. Even the LeBron fans know in the comments, LeBron is not going to the cup the same way AI did and then getting pummeled, standing up and going to the free throw line without crying. Allen Iverson got more heart than LeBron when it comes to playing physical ball. I watched AI on a night in, night out basis get mugged every time he went to the cup. He would get slammed to the floor. He would stand up, walk to the free throw line, and make his free throws. He wouldn't be crying. He wouldn't be flailing. He wouldn't be doing none of that. None of it. A lot of it has to do with your heart. A lot of it. And you're going to tell me this dude, that play against the Boston Celtics, was it Jason Tatum? Where Jason Tatum didn't even touch him and he's flailing all over that guy is going to play in the 80s where they're actually hitting you? You're flailing, they didn't touch you. In the 8, they're going to hit you. Fights are going to break out. That's the dude? You ever seen LeBron throw hands with anybody? You've seen LeBron ball up a fist and throw it in the 24 years or whatever it is. Have you ever seen LeBron look like he was about to scrap at any point? At any point. If LeBron got clotheslined the way Raja Bell clotheslined Kobe, they would have taken LeBron to the hospital. That's how much flopping he would have done. LeBron would have burst into sports media, would have collapsed the next day. They would have been saying Raja Bell should have been put in jail. That's how soft this era is. I watched Raja Bell clothesline Kobe, clothesline him. The man laid on the floor for a few moments, gathered himself because it did hurt, stood up and said, I'm going to brush that off. Can you imagine if that happened to LeBron James? His boy toys would have been, his fanboys, the fanboys would have ran up on the court. LeBron fans would have ran on the court to try to scrap with that player. Am I lying? LeBron fans, tell the truth. If Raja Bell did that to LeBron and you was at the game, tell the truth. Wouldn't you want to fight Raja Bell? Tell the truth. Say I'm lying. LeBron fans, I'm talking to y'all. If Raja Bell clotheslined LeBron, say y'all would not want to run on the court and fight him. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. They be ready to crash out for Duke. Yo, let me play this video for y'all, man. There's a video. Let me see if I can find it. This video summarizes this fan base perfectly. Let me send it. Let me look for this video. Give me a second, because I saw it the other day on my phone, and I forgot that I was looking for this video, but I want to summarize it for you guys, because people don't seem to realize just how emotional these guys are about LeBron. Some people don't realize this is beyond basketball with these dudes. Let me play this video for y'all. Just a second. Let me find this video. I want you guys to see this video. I know they're getting scared now because they know we about to watch a Zest Fest. Just 1 second. Here we go. I found it. All right, so let me do this. So let me play this video for y'all, man. Watch this video, bro.
Hey, what's up?
What are you wearing? Can I play a song?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay. Wait, what the fuck? What's your passcode?
Oh, it's LeBron's birthday.
When the fuck is his birthday?
So how big do you think LeBron is? Like, tell me when to stop. This big?
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm watching LeBron highlights.
Why are you doing that right now?
And then he tries to tell me LeBron's not the GOAT. It's our ball, ain't it? It's our ball!
My mom always tells me to put me in situations that make me feel uncomfortable.
Oh, that's my favorite saying. Yeah, that's like my favorite saying. Can you pour honey on me?
No.
Yabba dabba doo doo, Old Navy. But it was fun.
So what are you doing later?
Oh no, I'm busy. Lakers are playing tonight. I'll see you later.
These are LeBron fans. So I want to address some comments made because Gilbert Arenas be running around with that dust bucket. There's a dust bucket on the internet called FYF Debates. That dude is a dust bucket. If you want to look at somebody that look like they haven't had a bath in a good 3-4 months, go look at that dude, bro. This dude looked like he hasn't seen a comb in at least 3 weeks. Son looks like he's been awake for 11 straight days, bro. And you know he smells like ass cheeks. If y'all want to see one of the crustiest people out here, go on that dude page. I call him a dust bucket. He is a dust bucket. Certified dust bucket. And Charles, can you react to Marbury talking about LeBron shooting scummies from the free throw line? Appreciate it. I'm gonna have to look at the Son is a dust bucket. No question about it. No question about it. So this dude be feeding Gil information. They think they smart. They forget they're LeBron fans, so they can't be that smart. They think they're smart, but they forget that they're LeBron fans, so they can never be that smart. So these dudes, because I've seen the video, are convinced that I'm a LeBron fan. Just imagine. These dudes sat down. We produced what, 3,000 videos? They probably went to our first videos and saw me giving props to LeBron because we used to do videos on different NBA players. Paul Pierce, Derrick Rose, Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson. And these videos, we will talk about what makes these players great. So these dust buckets, I guess they found the video of me saying LeBron is great this and great that. You'll never find him like me calling him my favorite player, nothing like that. So they now convince themselves that Dreamers Pro secretly is a LeBron fan. Me. I'm a LeBron fan. This is their new thing. And the reason I knew it was FYF's dusty ass was because when Gil said, oh, you're a LeBron fan, I already knew it came from that dust bucket. I knew it already because he's the one that did the video and he probably sent it to Gil like, yo, Gil, check this out, bro. Like, check out your man Dreamers Pro. I think he did this, blah, 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 blah. And then Gil told me. Like, I'm not going to know. I'm not a LeBron fan, bro. I've always said it, and I'm going to say it again. I always had LeBron in my top 5 and number 4. I've always said this. I removed him out of my top 5 because of his antics. That's what I said. His antics. What's another example of this? His last Nike commercial. Son was handing out fitteds. What's that store in New York, in Manhattan, where they sell fitted hats? Is it them stores where you can get like the sports apparel, the baseball gloves? They sell fitteds. They got one by Times Square. What's the name of that shop? What's the name of that shop? They was capping so much. These dudes was handing out fitteds, bro. Fitteds. They was walking around with Gilly the Kid size caps on their head. That I'm a LeBron fan. Are you even serious? But I gotta ask, FYF, the dusty one. Son, you live stream for 8 hours in a day. 8 hours you're live streaming. FYF, are you jobless? Where are you finding 8 hours in a day to sit down and live stream? You don't even stand up to go take a piss. You be there for 8 good hours live streaming. You like, this is the people we dealing with? Instead of worrying about whether or not I was a LeBron fan or not, go back Gilbert Arenas and send you $100 to go buy you a bar of soap and a bucket and take a bath, bro. Don't worry about if I'm a LeBron fan or a closet LeBron. Go message Gil to super chat you $500 and tell him you need to take a shower. Stop worrying about whether or not I'm a LeBron fan. Sorry, I had to die. I had to just go off a little bit because that dude is a super bozo. Let me see. KD chased Stephen Curry's greatness. He did. I know people rank Steph ahead of KD, but do y'all think Steph is a better basketball player than Kevin Durant? Just a question. Do y'all think Steph is a better basketball player than Kevin Durant? Now, I can understand both sides of it. I can understand the people that want to say Steph. I think what Steph has done is more impressive. I think that run that he went on when he went to go win the championship as the man, and you look at the team he beat in the Boston Celtics, and you look at what that team did to KD and Kyrie in the first round, that was very impressive, bro. That was very, 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 very impressive. And KD's never done anything like that. So I can understand why people say Steph is better than I get it. That run separated Stephen Curry from KD and the rest of the pack. I 100% agree. Somebody said Banana Boys. Let me just read through some of these comments before I let y'all go. Steph ain't better than KD. Well, it depends. If you're playing at the park or something like that, I can understand you picking Kevin Durant. Let me just read through some of the comments. KD, a better player, but his legacy is ass. I can understand that, and I probably would agree. He moves without the ball, better shooter, makes people better, a leader. These are all good points. Do you really think LeBron liked Kobe? Yeah, I would say he liked him. But I don't know LeBron James, so I don't really know what's in his heart. Do you do football content? It's almost NFL season. Let's go Detroit Lions. So people have been asking me this if we do the football content. So let me tell y'all my plan for football content. I believe in getting people to do things that they're good at naturally. So given the fact I don't know much about football, I don't think it's wise for me to start spending so much time, because for me to talk about football, I got to learn football. And if I start learning football like that, it's going to take away from what I'm doing here. So what we're thinking of doing probably in a year is getting somebody else on the channel to talk football. So y'all tune in for people that want to watch football. Y'all tune in and watch that dude or whoever it is, and he'll talk football. And then we'll just do it like that, because that's not really my forte. And if we get somebody else to do that, then I don't have to be really doing videos like that during the summer and all of that. So we're looking for, hey, maybe one of y'all who are good at talking football, let us know when we start looking for it. We'll figure it out and see who we can bring on board to talk football. Carmelo Anthony is 8-4 against LeBron James before he joined Miami. Of course you don't know football. You only talk. Bro, I can never really get into football like that, Ben, but it's cool when I do watch. Somebody said, name your channel. I hate LeBron James. Shaking my head. This dude must be disgusted with what he's saying. Another guy says, finish the sentence. I don't know what he's talking about. MJ 1, Kobe 2, Tim 3, Magic 4, Bird 5, Kareem 6, Shaq 7, Curry 8, Bron 9, KD 10. Kobe kill AD. Hey, did y'all see the Epstein file? Did y'all see the Epstein files drop? The Epstein's file drop? Nah. Did it? Who dropped it? Let me see. Nah, I don't believe that. Let me see the Epstein's files. I follow a lot of these news channels, and I haven't seen. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. They dropped the Epstein files. Is it like the redacted Epstein? First of all, if we're talking about the Epstein file, didn't Ghislaine Maxwell I think aren't they about to damn near set this woman free? I know this is not a political channel, but somebody brought it up, and I have been following that story about the. I don't know. I don't think they're going to drop those damn too many. There are too many powerful people in that thing, man. I don't think the Epstein files are ever going to come out, or if it does, it's going to be some nonsense. They're not going to expose themselves. I believe that the people that you'll find in those Epstein files, people are thinking that Trump is doing it to cover his ass, and this. Let me tell y'all, everybody is doing. Everybody, ask yourself the question: why hasn't the files ever been released? Why hasn't it been released? They're covering all of their asses, all of their asses. You think it's just one person? You think it's just one party? We're talking about a global network of these people, not just one person. They're not releasing those stuff. They're not releasing it. They're all going to keep covering for one another. All of them. So I don't think those files are coming out. And if it does, it's probably going to be some nonsense. I don't think it's coming out. Exactly. They're all actors. They're all, nobody's going to tell. Nobody's going to. I think one of the things that they said is that you ever notice that whenever a president finishes his term, they never go back and prosecute him for things that he did in his previous term. You ever notice that? When Bush finished, did anybody go prosecute him in the current term? When who came after Bush? When Obama finished, did anybody go prosecute him? When Trump did his first, Trump did. That was a different thing, but you get what I'm saying. Usually they cover for one another. They cover for one another. You're going to go back and say, oh, this guy committed war crimes and this and this and this and this and this. Meanwhile, you're going to be doing the same thing, and then the person after you is going to do the same. Then these guys, man, it's one big game. My uncle used to be in politics in D.C. He used to be like really, really into it until one day he told me, I started realizing that these guys will be fighting with each other on Capitol Hill all throughout the day, and then at dinner, at night, they'll be going to dinner. Republicans and Democrats going to dinner. But during the day, oh, we all hate each other. But at night, when we're done, when we clock out, oh, we're all friends. Are you serious, man? It's politics. Somebody said I got LeBum number 34. Let's talk about Kobe, one league MVP. I'm not getting to that. I'm too tired to talk about that. LeBron couldn't hold Kobe's jockstrap on any levels. Jordan is better than LeBron James. Let me get to point dumb. Red and blue team, same. It's the same game, man. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys for being a part of live. Thank you guys for tapping in. And we're going to get back at y'all tomorrow. Thank you guys again. And talk to y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.